Start button's there. You shoot it around there, you get it on the ski lift. It goes up the ski lift, gives you another ball. That one goes over to the slalom course and just sits there, waiting to get another ball up there, which I just did, luckily. So now that one's ready to go up the ski lift, and this one, I try to get to the avalanche. And the avalanche would give me an extra ball, which you just got. Or not an extra ball, that'll do a multi-ball. So now these come down. Each thing kind of has its own little game. That up there is a move. There's I'll just let this go. So I still have a ball there. Once you get down to one ball, it'll stop the shaking and the avalanche. There's tons of combos. So going here will open up different mystery combos. Hitting these down will do different things. But the game has several layers of getting combos. You can open up a slalom skier so to like control this on the slalom. The only thing that's broken on the game right now, I'll take that actually, is that guy right there, and it all works fine mechanically, but a little piece on the bottom plastic broke off. These are probably 18 bucks, and the new one just pops right in there. I have not done that yet, but other than that, everything works pretty dang well. Let's see if there's anything else. This is the ski lift part right there, and the ski lift is open, so that bar's over there, but otherwise it would close. There's buttons over here that'll work. There's a ramp right there that comes around the top. This is a loop that comes right up here and comes back to you. That's a popper right there. And then as far as playfield wear, there's a wear spot right there where the paint is missing, and a little bit of wear kind of going up the Rip the Crud level. And then there's some wear right here. You can see that. It does, none of that affects gameplay. All of this area is gorgeous. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, and then there's some wear up around that top edge right there. So again, none of that affects gameplay, but it is there. And otherwise, pretty clean game. All right, so for this game, it is set up on free play right now. There's a button underneath the game, which is right, is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. So it's just on off switch. Pretty much all pinball machines have this in the same exact spot. Hard to do that.
Maybe you play with the yo-yo.
So that's the toggle switch, so it opens. And so then this is the start button to play the game. I've got keys for it right here. It's on free play. You could switch it to, quarters or whatever you want to do there. So this is the inside of the game. And there's fuses and all that kind of stuff. Everything on these is pretty mechanical, pretty easy to work on. Switches and things like that are typically the things that would go out, or light bulbs. And so that's good to know. There's volume control on this. So you can turn it down, you can put it into tournament mode, you can put it on test mode. I'll pull up the glass next and show you that. All right, so with the game off, if you come right here and pull this down, there you go, that releases this. So we'll pull that up, make sure the glass doesn't fall on the floor. It wants to slide out, which is fine. Let's put that down. This glass just slides all the way down and out. And I'll do that. I'll lose the screen for just a second, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So here's the game now without the glass on. And then to lift it up, you just grab a holder right here. You want to make sure that this is kind of pulled out as you do it. otherwise it wants to get caught. You lift it all the way up like that, just like lifting the hood of a car. And then there's like a little latch right here that you just unhook. If I can do it with my fingers. Oh, it's hard to do this one-handed. Oh, jeez. All right, hang on. There we go. All right, and then this, I'll show you that in just a second. That just plugs right into there. You can do it lower if you want, and then you can work on anything on the underside of the machine. You can also lift the whole entire playfield out and flip it upside down. And there's all this extension wire right here. It's kind of like an umbilical cord. And the whole game will flip out of the machine. You don't have to unplug anything, and you can put it upside down next to it. And then you can work on it, kind of more fine tune it and do light bulbs or whatever you need to do. Pretty much all this is easy enough to work on. Let's see if I can focus better. You know, fuses are simple enough. Switches are probably the most common thing to fail. So like this right here is a switch. And all that is making a contact. And so what happens is the contact kind of gets a little bit burnt up. And so what you do is you reach in there with a piece of sandpaper. So the switch will stop working. You reach in there with a piece of sandpaper and just kind of move it back and forth, kind of clear the area. Just maybe shoot some WD-40 in it until you get contact again and the switch wakes back up. So switches are easy. Light bulbs are easy. You can see right there, you can just like unscrew that circuit board or unpop it right there. And the light bulb will pop out and you put a new one in and they're like 99 cents. And then solenoids. Solenoids are usually, you know, 20 to 30 bucks. And all these parts are available online and you just order them, but that's the solenoid right there. Sometimes you'll solder them in, or typically you'll solder them in. So a cheap soldering gun will help with that. But it's very rare for solenoids to go out. It's usually if somebody's like beating the machine or like overheating a solenoid by flipping the flipper 100 times kind of thing. That's pretty much it. The owner's manual for this game is available online. You can get everything from it. And all of the code, all of everything. But yeah, pretty dang easy. This right here is the tilt. And so if this was in an arcade, then if somebody starts beating on the machine and like ramming it around, this would hit the edge and it would ground out and it would shut the ball down and you get a tilt warning. For home use, people usually will either remove these or tape them up. So that way, you know you're not hurting your machine. So you can kind of bump it around a little bit and it won't shut the game down for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll show you how this goes back together, just because my video was pretty poor on the last one. So that little pole can go right into that slot if you want it to, or you can just let it hang down. I'll hook it in the slot so we have it. There we go. So that's in. This comes right back down. There, I'll make it so you can see. This goes down there and it'll hang up on this. So you kind of want to make sure that's pulled out before you set it down. There you go. So now that's out, that's free. This guy, you just slide the glass back in there and then you just push this guy back up and it locks this that plate in place. Now, when you're transporting the machine, it's pretty simple. Two guys can easily move it around. Usually it's these two bolts on every leg and the legs will come off. The machine will sit, usually you want to put like a stool or something under it, like you could use this chair right here. And the same with the back one. I usually do that when it's out by the car. And then this whole entire faceplate will come down. It'll fold forward. And there's let's see if I can show you back behind. Where's it at? I can't see it behind the wall. There's a little clip back there. It's like a latch, like a suitcase kind of thing. Oh, there it is. All right, that's the clip. You release that, and this whole face will fold down on the deck, and it'll lay about right here. Sometimes you put a towel underneath it just to make sure it doesn't rub weird. And then it unplugs from the wall, and then you just walk it out, and that's it. They're pretty durable machines. You can, throw around a quarter-pound ball inside this thing and it doesn't break stuff, so they're pretty dang durable.